Hello everyone. This is the pre-market report video for today, 19th August 2025 for the Indian stock market in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty. In the last video, we discussed in detail about the weekend's new GST reform proposal and India's sovereign rating upgrade. As a consequence to that, yesterday after 16 straight sessions, Nifty had the breakout and closed above 24,850 mark. So in the last 7 weeks, this is the biggest single day gain. Sector wise, except IT and media, most sectors closed on the positive note. Here, because the reform included the GST reduction for the small cars, which in turn made the Maruti and Hero Motorcorp's stock price to increase near 9 and 6% respectively in one single session. Hence, the auto sector was the major beneficiaries, was up by 4.2%, followed by metal, consumption, realty and rural increased around 2%. Overall also, the advanced discount ratio was 9:4, meaning twice the number of listed stocks increased yesterday compared to the stocks that closed negative. Then on the stock specific, in addition to this broader market positive, during weekend, Jefferies upgraded the Indigo Airlines rating, which in turn increases the share price by 3.2%. About institution, after 4 sessions of massive net selling, FII tenders net buyers. Yesterday the net bought for 550 crore rupees. In addition, DI also net bought for 4,100 crore rupees. So those were the quick takeaway from yesterday's Indian market. Then moving to US market, it had the quiet day with some negative bias. During the trading time, Ukraine President Zelensky met US President Trump, and it seems Zelensky and European leaders requesting the ceasefire and security assistance for Ukraine. And Zelensky also hailed the discussion as very good, relating it to the security guarantees. However, no further details were given in relation to accepting the Russia's proposal. In addition, this coming Friday, US Fed Chairman Jeremy Powell is going to deliver a speech related to US economy and interest rate direction at the Jackson Hole Symposium. So that made the global momentum to worry a little. Hence, last night in the end, Dow Jones was down marginal 0.08%, then S&P 500 and Nasdaq closed very near to the absolute flat. In case of VIX, it decreased 0.5% and moved below 15. Then about oil, again because of the Trump-Zelensky meeting, it also increased near 1%. At the time of this video, WTI crude trading little above $62.5 per barrel and Brent crude trading at $66.5 per barrel. Regarding Indian ADR, as it is, only Infosys closed negative. All others managed to close on the positive side above 0.5% but less than 1%. Hence, if we calculate the arbitrage, IT stocks indicating some negative difference. On the other hand, banks showing some positive difference. In Reliance GDR case, it was neutral. So in short, banks looks okay, not others. In line with that positivity, early morning today, GIFT Nifty crossed and trading above 25,000 mark. Hence, equating that with the spot market, for now it's indicating the gap up opening of 40 to 60 points. So those were the things happened in the dollar market. Now let's move to the new Indian market related info. First about Jio. Yesterday, they made an announcement that they discontinued the entry level plan of 1 GB per day at rupees 209 for 22 days and at rupees 249 for 28 days. Hence now Jio subscribers have no choice but to move up to the next plan, 299 rupees, which offers 1.5 GB per day for 28 days. Already Airtel and Vodafone Idea's base monthly plan start at 299 rupees, but they provide only 1 GB per day. Now after this move, Jio also joins the same club. From the stock perspective, this is positive since this will increase the ARPO. Either way, we could expect Reliance Industries to be on focus today. Second, Vedanta's board directors made an announcement that they are going to meet on August 21st to consider the second interim dividend. Vedanta had been known for their big dividend payout, so we could expect that related influence on the stock today. Then third, Hindustan Zinc board approved the proposal for the new reprocessing plant which expects to double their capacity. Hence, Hindustan Zinc also will be on focus today. Fourth, I don't know about its impact but worth to know. Yesterday, Bank of America released their Asia's survey report. If required, please pause and have a look. Because of the Trump tariff on India, from the Global Investment Bank's manager's perspective, Indian stock market dropped to bottom like 30% underweight. Whereas on the other hand, because of AI boom, Japan, China, Taiwan and South Korea were overweight. Hence, clearly FIIs are not favoring Indian market. There is a potential market might react for this. Finally, I know it's controversial, but it's an information for today, hence sharing. Yesterday in the aftermarket hours, Indian government released the India's unemployment rate macro, and it came as 5.2% for the July month from 5.6% on June month. Hence, from the data perspective, which is good. However, from the young people perspective, aged between 15 to 29 years, actually the unemployment increased to 19% from 18.8% in June. So, if market believes the data quality is good, then it will react for it. As a summary, US market closed flat and the global momentum is paused because of this Jackson Hole symposium and Russia-Ukraine development. However, somehow GIFT Nifty is indicating the gap up opening. Will it hold on to the higher level? Only time has to say. Then regarding the participant-wise open interest analysis, in the index options after the weekly expiry, yesterday around 35% of new put options as well as new call options were added. However, despite this massive addition, stance-wise there is no major change. Still client or retail traders having near 17% of their open interest on the bullish side, whereas on the other hand, FII and proprietary traders having net near 9 and 7% of their open interest on the bearish side. Just for info, this is the future index percentage holding. If required, please pause and have a look. Yesterday, Indian market had one of the very good day. Still, FII and proprietary traders are betting on the market to go down. Hence, in short, yesterday Indian market had a good day, but the sentiment is still fragile due to the US tariffs issue, which creating the persistent FII outflows. So, for the near-term direction, it seems the developments around the US-Russia talks are expected to influence the market, and already this GST reform positivity showing some exhaustion. Moving on, as per stock open interest, Nuvama, Suzlon, Max Health, Wipro, Siemens, HCL Tech and Torrent Power are some of the 42 stocks that got an increased open interest along with a negative close, indicating the short build-up. On the other hand, Union Bank of India, Maruti, Blue Star, Inox Wind, Delivery, LIC and SBI Life Insurance are some of the 93 stocks that got an increased open interest with a positive price close, indicating the long build-up. Regarding the things to look out, during our market hours at 1:30 p.m., Europe's current account data for June month is due to release. Then in the aftermarket hours, some US housing related macros, Atlanta Fed GDP growth rate projection and some FOMC member speech are some of the important items we need to keep an eye out today. Coming to technical, Nifty opened 300 points gap up and increased about 25,000. However, it saw some profit booking at a higher level and finally closed around 24,850. Thus, on the daily chart, Nifty formed a bearish candle with a long upper shadow, indicating a potential reversal pattern in the downtrend. If Monday's upside gap remains open in the next few sessions, it could be considered a bullish breakaway gap, typically formed at an important bottom reversal. In addition, Nifty climbed above both the 20-day and 50-day exponential moving average in a single session, which also considered as positive. Hence, overall, the sentiment looks positive with the potential to move towards 25,000 mark. And a decisive move above 25,000 could trigger a larger rally in the market. On the downside, immediate support is at 24,800, below which it may drift towards 24,500. In case of Bank Nifty, similar to Nifty, it also opened 600 points gap up but struggled to sustain all its gain due to selling pressure at higher level. Then finally closed below 55,800 and underperformed Nifty. Thus on the daily chart, Bank Nifty also formed a bearish candle with a long upper shadow, which is okay, but unlike Nifty, Bank Nifty failed to hold the 20-day and 50-day exponential moving average. Hence, the key resistance will be at 56,000 to 56,100 zone, and any sustainable move above 56,100 will lead to a sharp upside rally. On the downside, 55,500 to 55,400 zone will act as the crucial support. Regarding the options front, the maximum call option openers was at 25,000 strike, followed by 25,500 and 25,200, with maximum new call option rating at 25,000 strike, and then 25,200 and 25,100. On the put side, the maximum openers was at 24,800 strike, followed by 24,900 and 24,500, with maximum new put option rating at 24,800 strike, and then 24,900 and 25,000. Thus, from options data, it suggests that Nifty is likely to target the 25,000 to 25,200 zone in the short term, with support at 24,800 followed by 24,500. So that's all in this video. Hope you got some information. Please consider subscribing the channel and liking the video so that it will help me beat the YouTube algorithm and also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any innovation based on this, as much as SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing this for me and viewers educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.